Hey, you can call me Midge, and I'm back again today to play more Slay the Princess. Before we get started today, I do want to mention that it is storming again today, so you may hear thunder, and I may need to pause partway through this to take my puppy out if it stops raining, because he has not really had a chance to go to the bathroom yet. So, yeah, anyway, let's get started. We read all this yesterday, so we're just going to go right to it. Continue. Everything goes dark, and you die. A righteous heart, bring the witch to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? We've seen these options. Okay. Let's just silently continue to the cabin. We've already went through this.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I know that's the point of the game, but I'm having like crazy deja vu. I know we've already done this before, but I'm wondering, like, did I start the right file? Guess we'll find out, right?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. We'll take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement again.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's just go down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm here to talk. Still your nerves and step forward. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I really am wondering, did I start the wrong file?
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I think this is the correct file.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's probably not wrong.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? Do the first one.
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Sorry, I have a bit of a stuffy nose today. It's annoying. It's that time of the year. Allergies are just awful.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'll try to keep the sniffling to a minimum. I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
We'll just go straight for slaying.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Oh my goodness.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
She is brutal.
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Okay, I guess next time we will just go straight for stabbing her.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
I have a feeling, though, that no matter what choices we make, obviously we're going to die every time, but also I don't think we're able to get rid of her because we have to keep delivering her to that being. And I don't think she can do that if she's dead. She has to be alive.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Again. Chapter 2, The Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
She's going to kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Flattery.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Or does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? We already said that before, so we're just going to proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
I mean, really, after you've been killed, what is this, like 5 times now? You probably start to be the voice of the broken also.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
I still suspect that the narrator and all these other side characters are me, the voices in my own head.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Wow.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
I was wondering the same thing.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Every time we've approached the mirrors so far, it just gave us the wall, but I kind of want to try it again for the fear that it might change in each of these rooms. So we'll try it again, why not?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Should we take the blade? Yeah, I said we were just going to slaughter her immediately, right? So let's do it.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, goodness gracious. I can't wait to see what she looks like now. She keeps transforming.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Now she looks almost like angelic or something. She doesn't have the monster feet or the tail anymore. I was hoping she'd be more like feline-like or whatever she was turning into before, but this is also cool.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Speaking of the chains, there's no longer a second one over here, so we don't have a chance of getting locked down here.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Tighten your grip.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
Didn't have a
It
choice.
clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Do I have a choice?
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Why is that kind of hot?
The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
I don't have a choice, it seems. I can't just leave.
Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
You're supposed to end the world, no, or remain silent. Say you're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
I wonder if eventually when that other form that takes her becomes whole, that's what's going to end the world. She doesn't know it yet.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
She's starting to sound like that thing. The way she speaks, anyway.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
I doubt it. What would you have me do? What have you planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after this. I just can't let you do that. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. Ooh, that's interesting. But I wonder if I can explore these first. So let's just try that. Just start from the top.
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
She got a hell of an ego.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Okay.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I'm gonna pledge myself to her, why not?
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
She is really cool looking.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
I mean, if you're so intent on killing her and you have control over what I'm gonna do, why don't you just kill her? Why is it on me? Or are you me?
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Interesting.
Is she talking about you?
Somehow transformed into this monster thing, I guess.
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh,
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
I love how the overlapping of the voices. That is such a cool effect. And what if I don't believe? Then what happens? I have to. It's over. I'm sorry. We'll go with the first option.
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever. Please don't do this.
I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, It's time for us to leave.
What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Take her hand. Sorry, my dog's playing with the sword. Your obedient servant, pledge your loyalty. Achievement. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It is time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Last time we just straight up approached the mirror, so we're gonna go with the first option. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. This is what we all deserve, isn't it?
Approach the mirror. What do I look like now? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They are gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need it to see what's in it. Decay. You've withered. Achievement. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. That's not true. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Do you know what happens to the world you leave behind? I have not asked that yet. We should ask that. Have you figured out what you'll want to do when we have finished? God, I can't talk today. Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you back? I'm ready to go back, attack, and destroy. Okay. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Right-clicked on accident. I want to know this. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? I don't think we asked that.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Okay.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Yeah, I think it probably will. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Doesn't it make you worse to keep doing this, basically?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Maybe a little bit. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. I'm gonna go with I just want it all to stop.
It will, in time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
We figured out what you'll want when we finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Okay.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Okay, I guess you make your decision then. Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Wow, okay. Didn't expect that. Didn't think that I figured she looked down on us. How many more vessels do I need to bring back to you? I can't remember if we've asked that or not, so let's try it.
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. We asked this one before. I do not want to threaten to kill her. I mean, I don't agree with this statement, but we'll ask it just for the hell of it. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. They absolutely do exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Okay. Let's do destroy your body. I don't think I did that before. Let's try that. You raise your will to end your life, but as it varies into the space... Yeah, you raise your will. That sounds weird. Okay. You raise your will to end your life, but as it varies into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Interesting. Okay. We've already asked her this in the past, so we're just going to say ready to... I don't want to attack her. I want to see what happens. Maybe towards the end we'll try that option, but not now. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Womp womp. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. An overwhelming heart. Bring the tower to her. Achievement.
You're on a path in the woods,
I'm gonna start
and at
skipping
the end
this,
of
'cause I
that
think we've heard it
path,
enough.
you're here to slay her.
The end of the world, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Killing the princess seems kind of bad. We've already done all of these. We're just gonna continue to the cabin.
You make your way up a warning before she will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale. The
we've heard
blade
before.
is your implement.
We're gonna try it without the blade this time. Just enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, her voice softly.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, so we got a timid one again.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's lie.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
She probably remembers us, though.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I mean, she looks like we saw at the very start of the game. She's not changed at all. She's not a monster, nor is she some angelic divine being.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? You're supposed to end the world. I'm supposed to kill you. What are you going to do here if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Okay. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Go back upstairs, retrieve the blade without saying another word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Okay. I want to ask her name first.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
So far, we only know her as the princess.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Okay.
Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
I remember now. She did this last time, but in a much more arrogant way. Or a more sassy way.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
That is weird.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I want this one. The first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
It might not be relevant, but it's interesting.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Sorry about my squeaky chair. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Okay.
It's not like you'd believe me.
My puppy just came into the room with an entire towel he pulled off of the couch or something. I have a guinea pig, and I had his laundry folded up there, and the dog took one. Gotta love puppies. Never a dull moment. He loves anything dangly. He loves socks and towels and just any kind of cloth, really. Anything he can drag around. Anyway, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason. We'll go with this one. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I think so.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
I don't think you have a choice.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
If she's been down here forever, as she said, why hasn't she already found a way out?
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
one way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Is the door gonna slam shut again?
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away. Oh, that's relief. I was afraid I already committed to not slaying her. We're gonna leave her down there.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your
I mean, I've already died like 6 times, so I think I'm okay to die again.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Okay, we can make this work.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
If she could break out of those chains, I'm pretty sure she could break down a wooden door.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Nah, we're going all in.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep. I don't think I could sleep with that noise.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
Okay, that's valid.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Creepy.
You try and stumble
love
to your
it.
feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course.
But I have a duty to uphold the truth.
Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps
Ooh,
closer,
I love it.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
I like this illustration the best so far, I think. this illustration of the princess in her evil form. The one with the tail and the feet was cool, but this is awesome.
Or maybe
Oh, so creepy.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
It's like the scariest manifestation of the sleep paralysis demon.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is.
Everything goes black and then you die.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods,
Okay, we're skipping this.
and you're here to slay her.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep...
Shh. What if he... That's a very good question. Shit.
I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said,
This is the first time we've met.
still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Proceed.
A warning. She will lie. I don't think
yeah.
lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
That's true.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah, I don't think we can trust anyone here. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
It's just an empty frame.
She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Do we want to mess with the mirror again? I don't think so. Let's just take the blade and go.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
How about a gun?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah, let's just... I don't want to do the mirror again. I mean, I guess we could, but let's just go to the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
That is like my worst nightmare. I would be absolutely terrified of that.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I think if she lives here, she probably belongs here.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife? I'm gonna talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off the void between the stairs. That's what's scary to me. I kind of want to do it though. Continue down the stairs in silence. I mean, this is the option I like, or that I would do if this one was not available. Let's just step out to the void, see what happens.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know, man. I just wanted to see what would happen. I was curious. I don't know. Falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
True.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
I like annoying the narrator.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Wow, okay.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
This is really becoming a choose-your-own-adventure now, isn't it?
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
I don't know, man. I think the hero has been pretty reasonable this entire time, honestly.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
I mean, that's true for everything the narrator's done.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Always go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told
almost
you
like
I was going to find you.
Almost like Pennywise. And maybe, was that dude from Saw? Oh my god, I can't remember his name. Yeah, that thing from Saw. That clown thing.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver.
Oh, I hate heartbeat sounds.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
It's the worst part of any horror game or
liver,
horror movie. I can't stand it.
lungs. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? Nerves. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her,
and end this before it's too late.
Liver.
Why won't you finish me off? Double entendre there. What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world, and I can't let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies, we can work together, we can be friends even. I'm not doing any of this, I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try to kill you, so do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. Let's get out of here together. Fine, you win, I'll let you leave. Run or slay the princess. I think I'm gonna go with this one. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Okay.
Nerves. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
We'll go with this friends option. We don't have to be enemies, we can be
Would
friends.
you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me? Same thing about killing her. If I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways? The lunatic thing. How about I just kill you instead? Refuse to let you out. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not going to kill you.
Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver.
Don't try the try. Why didn't you try being nice to me option?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Okay, that's valid.
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Liver. Nerves. Heart.
Let's ask about going our separate ways.
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
So then I'm just stuck like this forever?
Don't worry. I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver.
Okay, we'll
Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
I'm gonna try this one. Remain with your nightmare.
Are you serious?
Heart. Lungs. Liver.
You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
Heart. Lungs.
I've said it 100 times, but the illustrations in this game are fantastic.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
Fantastic.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Whoa.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment.
gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Jeez, that's bleak. That's a bleak outlook on existence.
Let me out!
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Wow.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. A monolith of fear. See what hides behind her mask. Oh my goodness. Okay. The moment of clarity. Here we go, boys.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I don't know if this is intentional, but these tree roots also look like synapses and neurons. That's kind of cool.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left.
I had a fleeting thought in that last monologue that maybe this is about, like, dementia, like you're losing your mind for whatever reason, like maybe you're old and you have Alzheimer's or something. Probably not, but that did pop into my head.
We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever, I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
Wow.
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
You see, contradictions do exist. This is all contradictions of each other.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Oh, shut up.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. Proceed to the cabin. The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do. How many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says, and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions? Yeah, let's ask that.
What does here even mean, if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order.
and our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then I couldn't have been me that did it. That's not true. What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I like this one. The only thing is to do nothing.
You do nothing. You can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
Doing nothing is doing something.
That's a new one. Huh. Do you think it'll work?
No, nothing ever works.
Boo! You're the worst one.
He's not the one who got us into this mess. At least I keep you breathing around her.
See? That's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries.
I mean, I agree.
Who cares? All of you just yap about nothing.
And that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half.
Great.
And that's why you're not the top.
I want to see what nothing does for us. And right now, all of you aren't letting nothing happen. Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. You need me, and you need to not have them.
No, shut up.
Will get you killed by himself? Oh, all of us have gotten all the rest of us killed at one point or another. That's hardly even a concern now. As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and the more time you spend waiting, the harder it will be to sharpen your focus when you need it.
I wonder what we look like right now.
Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity.
Okay.
My point exactly.
Continue to do nothing.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right.
Oh my god.
Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Can you make
There's
sense
nothing
of them?
worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Good point.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
Okay. What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
Okay. If I don't remember what I did, then I couldn't have been me that did it. I don't believe that's true, but yeah.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers.
True. And what does it matter when you're in this kind of situation?
And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. and then she smashes us into smaller pieces.
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Okay, I guess we're going.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward.
Umbral Forest. That definitely sounds British.
But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
With a mirror.
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies.
I don't think he's lying. I think he really can't see it.
And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
I don't think they're delusions. They're all just part of yourself. And all parts of yourself need to be heard. Suppressing anything is never good.
Or you could just give up.
Take that from someone with a master's degree in psychology. Suppressing things is never good. Or repressing things. Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
Go around.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
We gotta go to the mirror, dude.
That's another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things? I hope this works better than nothing did. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
You have to take the blade, okay?
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss.
Ugh.
It is
Don't like that either.
very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
Creepy.
It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
She's all fragmented.
And closer.
Kind of like our personality. All fragmented.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out. It'll be so much fun, you and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me, but you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Like a little bird.
Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
He says, you're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Got her. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step toward the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
It feels okay. The fear's gone.
I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth.
Me too.
I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need it to see what's in it. The remains you've unraveled. Achievement. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least that's where there's supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? How many more vessels do I need to bring? I'm ready to go back and attack the entity. Okay, we'll just start from the top. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical? I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I think there's trees and stars, and I think there are people. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a waiting maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this playthrough to really understand what all of these vessels are adding to her, because I don't think I quite get the full picture right now.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Okay. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. I don't want to kill... I mean, I kind of want to kill him, but I don't want to kill him. I want to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Okay. How many more vessels do you need?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
I said okay like that because, while yes, there's a lot of value in knowing yourself intrinsically and trusting yourself and all that stuff, that's not the only source of information you need. You can't rely entirely on your own self, because yourself does not know everything, and yourself cannot be impartial and make good decisions all of the time without outside information. But maybe I'm just looking too deeply into that. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I'm ready to go back. Let's ask her what she needs.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. If this is your last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to say this just to see what it says. I think it's going to force me to go, though.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And this is where I think I'm going to end it for now. This is about the same length of my other recording, and then we'll have one more video with the final play portion. I think it's going to be the final anyway. This has been fun. I'm really enjoying this. This is very cool. But like I said, I think I need to go back and either rewatch this or give it some thought because I'm not entirely sure I understand where this is going. I would love to hear your thoughts on it if you have any, or if you've played this and you know what's going on. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, I think we're going to save it from here. Let's save it to an empty slot. All right, and I will see you guys next time.